Yeti, we're going to do Y-Perm. Finally, we're going to do Y-Perm. Yeti's excited because we're doing Y-Perm. Y-Perm is a PLL algorithm that will solve the cube when the first two layers are done. We've already oriented the last layer, yellow, and we notice Y-Perm. We notice the pattern. Why? How do we identify Y-Perm? Because we have a mini bar here, a mini bar here, and we have a situation where we're trying to flip or switch. We're trying to swap. We're trying to swap these corners, diagonal corners. So that corner needs to swap with this corner. These need to swap. And then also these two edges need to swap. We call it the Y-Perm because it kind of makes like a letter Y, the shape of it, of what needs to be swapped. These two edges and these two corners. Y-Perm is another long perm, but it's a reductionist perm. It's what we call something where we reduce a problem to an easier problem that we already know the solution of it. So Y-Perm, we hold it this way in that orientation, and then we do we start with an F, then we do a R, U prime, R prime, U prime. And I tell students to identify this little panhandle shape, almost like what the map of the state of Oklahoma, maybe, I don't know, a little little panhandle with a little map in yellow. That tells us that we're at least now we're in an intermediate step. And from here now we do hexy F. Again, in the books they call it sexy F. I call it hexy F. Everything, and the word sexy I replace in my classroom with the word hexy. So R, U, R prime, F prime. And now we notice we've reduced the problem into something we identify. We see this, we are happy because we know that this is a T-perm OLL, but it's a T-perm OLL that when you solve it, it's not just going to turn the whole thing yellow, it's going to solve the whole cube. And this is nothing more than a hexy sledgehammer. Yeti, this is just a hexy sledgehammer, so we reduce the problem, something easier. Hexy sledgehammer, so followed by a sledgehammer, that's the hexy, that's the sledgehammer, and that should solve. And now it's solved. So Yeti, see that? Y-Perm. So Yeti, this is something good that Yeti does. Yeti has a problem, he reduces the problem into something smaller, another problem that he already knows how to solve. And Y-Perm is a good example of that. And that's Y-Perm. Good job, Yeti.